Hi, Prosperity Team. This is Dr. Money coming to you from the Prosperity Corner of the universe where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your professor of prosperity, and I am here so that we all can pop with prosperity because I am your P.O.P., Professor of Prosperity. How do we keep our minds flowing in this time of crisis and tragedy all over the world with the COVID-19 virus spreading? Many states are issuing shelters in. I think that one of the ways that we can survive is through our stories of triumph, our stories of making it through hard times. And as we tune into those stories of making it, then we align our energy with a much better feeling and we enter the flow. And the flow is prosperity. If we're shut up, if we're tight and stagnant, then of course that's lack. That's the lack of flow. So we want to be in the flow. And in the flow, we trust the universe and we know that we'll be safe and okay. This happened about 36 years ago. Many of you may not remember, but there was a gas leak in Union Carbide in Bhopal, India. And there were many people that were killed and they were unsuspecting. But there was one woman who listened to her inner guidance that did not make sense to her at the time. But her inner guidance said, you need to go to bed. Turn your fan on in your room, get under your covers, and go to sleep. And she did. She went to sleep and slept for 3 days. Now, when she got up, she was really surprised to find out what had happened because the Bhopal leak had happened. There was danger in the air because people couldn't breathe it and they were dying. But she was safe because she was under blankets, breathing filtered air because she was under the blankets, and she had a fan in her room blowing this air into her room. I think she had open windows. That is a wonderful story about how our guidance can guide us to a safe place even when we're in danger. You've probably heard the passage that goes, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I won't fear lack. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So forever, there's always been a comforting voice that guides us through time of danger, through times of trial. And eventually those times are turned into times of triumph. Now, I don't believe that God does things to us that make us go through tragedy and trauma. I believe that we create all kinds of bad situations for ourselves, and God or the universe says, you've messed it up, I'm going to help clean it up. So that's the way I think of the universe or unconditional love does for us, is that we make messes. The universe, God, love cleans it up for us. But what we do the best we can. Sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we goof, but we always have this choice to move back into this ongoing flow with the light of life. Of course, I always call it go with the flow. We've heard that many, many times. And we have to not just go with the flow, we have to be the flow. We have to energetically align our thoughts and our feelings to be in line with the flow. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't need to get upset. We can get upset, we can grieve, we want to look at what's really going on, but we don't want to be led by that. We want to be informed by what's going on, but we want to lead with our joy. That's the energy we want to lead with. This is an energy of optimism. We don't want to be optimistic and say, oh, that's just nothing, this isn't going to be anything. We want to look at reality, but we want to say that we know that there's a deeper reality, and that's the one that I choose. So this is Dr. Money. Let's take a deep breath. And as we take a deep breath, what we're doing is we're inhaling our good. And as we exhale, we're exhaling our intention that others have their good as well. So we can see the earth just surrounded by white light, knowing that there is a divine working out all over the universe. Something is working out for you and something is working out for me that is good. Let's name it and claim it. Name it good and claim it good, okay? And remember one more thing for sure, and that is that I love you.